Hey guys, it's me, Camille. I am going to the supermarket today, so I thought I'd take you guys along for the adventure here in COVID season. For those of you listening to me for the first time, I am a Bible teacher and a health educator, and so here we are going into my local supermarket here. I'm going to take you inside for you guys to see exactly what I do when I come to the supermarket, where my focus tends to be, which is on fruits and vegetables outside of the aisles. So, alright guys, kind of busy day here at the supermarket, so I'll take you into where I'm going right now. I'm heading over to my veggie section. Going first to replenish some bananas. And listen to me guys, where I am right now in the supermarket is ideally where you want to be, in the outside perimeter of the store, where you're getting your wonderful fruits and vegetables, the produce section. As you're seeing here around the apples, I typically get organic here in the United States. The reason why that's really important is the high pesticides on apples. So here's some organic Gala and organic Red Delicious, organic Fuji, and my personal favorite, Honeycrisp. As you can see, they're quite expensive, so I'll have to revisit whether I'm going to get those or not. I don't think we're going to get them. They're kind of expensive, but they are my favorite, so you'll see them right there. I typically get these. These are juicing apples. Once again, you notice they're organic. So guys, I'm going to kind of forego that since I have some apples at home and those are quite pricey. Take you around where I'm going to get some bananas. It's kind of a full day, as I said, here at the supermarket, so don't want to get people too much into the shot here. Alright guys, so very limited in our banana selection. You see me getting some bananas. Let me show you what I mean by limited. Not much there. Alright, and then I'm going to be flipping around here to getting something else that I typically get as well, guys, here, which is either grapes or some wonderful strawberries or blueberries. Again, these tend to be organic if you're in the United States. Here is the organic section. You're going to see me pan around. These are the non-organic that you're looking at right here. Non-organic right there. So my aisle tends to be here. When I look at my vegetables, guys, and my fruits, I tend to scrutinize them pretty well. As you're seeing right here, I look to see if I see any mold and if they look fairly ripe. Typically guys, one of the things that you have to keep in mind when you're looking at fruits and the veggies is that you want to keep in mind the freshness, the quality of it is really key. Sometimes just because you come to the supermarkets, I'm sure some of you have witnessed and can attest to, doesn't mean that it's fresh. Sometimes, like you're seeing right here, let me give a little note here. You'll see that. This is being sold. Mold right there, guys. guys remember that wonderful song, It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Well, it's a beautiful day here in sunny Florida. So I've been out and about, as you can see, in the grocery store getting some produce, and now I'm heading into the garden. So you're kind of seeing a little bit of a day in the life of checking in on my garden, seeing how things are getting going. I just started this garden, guys, and officially like a week ago, in terms of week and a half ago, in terms of like planting things in here. Needs to be watered. So that's the first thing that I observe here, is that I got to get it watered. But in here you're seeing some mustard greens. These are those right here on the side. This predominantly is mustard greens over here. And you may say, why does she have all those mustard greens? Because I love them. I'm a greens girl all around, and mustard greens is one of my favorites. So they're all there. And then I have some cabbage. This is what you see right over here. And then you also see here some basil, some of my favorites as well, and some mints. I'm gonna have another garden bed in here as well. This is just the first one, just seeing how much I can manage. Over here I have some little flowers to kind of cheer up the mood in the garden. And then we have here a papaya tree, guys. It needs some fertilizer. It's looking like it needs a little bit of help. Chris built this wonderful part of the garden, which is a nice calming scene. Over here you see to the left, it is a gorgeous sorrel tree. For those of you who are not from the Caribbean, who do not know what sorrel is, it's a wonderful, delectable part of God's creation. We tend to make juices out of it. Right here you're seeing the actual blossom. Well, actually this is the blossom right here, but this is what the fruit is, or the product of the sorrel is. We take out the little seed in the middle, which is right in here, and dry it out, and we make a juice out of it. Sometimes jams, all type of things are made out of it. So this was courtesy of my mom that you're seeing right there. And then if you shoot back there in the back, we just kind of have the space a little bit empty right now, guys. We're going to eventually plant some more things as well. So I hope you guys, wherever you are, that you are considering gardening. Is really a great part of life. If you saw me there at the grocery store, you recognize that there's so many things that you have to be discerning about in regards to your food and what you're eating. That's the sorrel tree, by the way, guys, there, that had to be replanted after we dug it up. So we're praying and hoping that it's growing back, in which it is. Garden is really about faith, and I'm going to say more about that in a moment. These are some lights that light up at night that my hubby put in there, which are quite wonderful. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about faith and gardening in a moment. But this is a day in the life of just finishing up some gardening and about to get ready to have some dinner soon. Here. Well, really at the end of the day, what I want you to really think about is how the power of gardening really just relates to our life in faith, the life of faith in Christ. And it's looking like we're going to get some rain here, which is also a part of the message. And really at the end of the day, the rain is an important element of what makes a garden grow, as well as me coming out here and watering if it's necessary. Right, today I'm not going to need to water it because we're going to get some rain, which is a great thing. But the sunshine is coming in from God, and so the part of God in terms of gardening is going to be the rain and the sunshine, and making those fruits or vegetables actually grow, right? So when we think of gardening, the two elements that are there, just as it is with our life, a life of faith. Our part, our work, so to speak, not our work to be saved, but our work that is evidence of our faith. And then there is our faith in God itself, right? So there's the part in where we say, listen, this is the work in which I do because I believe this is what God is going to do. So the work in which I do in a garden is to plant the garden and to water it if it's necessary, and to make sure it's in a place where it gets plenty of sunlight. And I know the rest is up to God, right? So my faith in the process is me saying at the end of the day, I'm doing all these things because I know that God is going to make this garden grow. I know that God is going to be the one who's going to ultimately be the one to make my faith realized by what He does. So as you see, I'm talking about two different components there. What James talks about, which is faith without works is dead, when he talks about that in the book of James. And then the other part of it, and where we just ultimately have to have faith in God, that there are things that are beyond our ability as human beings, that we are limited as human beings, that we can't make a garden grow. We can't make certain things in our life happen. No matter how much we want to, we don't have that power, but he does. And so if you're not into gardening in some way, shape, or form, I think it's a great exercise to start, because it helps to ruminate and to think about these greater concepts of our life of faith and our life in him. If you can't do a natural garden in the ground, maybe start doing something in a pot. That may work very well in just still building your understanding of the life of faith, and just starting that process, starting it in your kitchen, starting it in a small little place in your backyard. Just get started, because it may help you in building your life in thinking, ruminating about this whole issue and beauty of a life of faith. So with that, guys, I'm gonna go, because it looks like it's gonna rain here. So hopefully you're having a great day. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you're liking the content. Turn on that notification button and like the content, so you let me know that these are videos that you would like to see more of. All right, so this kind of was a little bit of a day in the life of going to the supermarket, shopping, and coming in and checking in on the garden. So I hope wherever you are in your particular part of the world, that you're having a great day. So listen, go out there and love and inspire others and change your quarter of the world. See you guys soon.